This poem is by Leonard Cohen. Ring all the bells that still can ring. Forget the perfect offering. There's a crack in everything. That's how the light gets in. Once more. Ring all the bells that still can ring. Forget the perfect offering. There's a crack in everything. That's how the light gets in.
Woo! Because sometimes you still have to kill what is dead. Living in obliviated states of perpetual indulgence, head bash, comet tail, revving bitescape vistas, flash forward endless conundrums barreling up and down city slick streets of jagged skyscraping, towering concrete babble, peripheral visionary media hoary magnates view sideways through windowed ports, munching Noam Chomsky and Scooby snacks. At every intersection, traffic converging, crashing our dreams, diverging, kept awake on nights when our darkest shadows become illuminated commodities for young venture capitalist vagabonds waiting for the next trust fund check to beam down from the mother pod. An effervescent whirling of antimatter settling in dust clouds of decomposed selves till the acid wears off and the DJ falls asleep at the raving Chernobyl central control booth, mixing the final meltdown as the sun breaks beats in the east.
Okay.
And then I actually had this one published in a law journal. This came as a result of serving, serving doing jury duty after I tried to talk my way out of jury duty because of my head injury. The judge said, "Explain your head injury," and apparently I did too good of a job. So this is what I wrote after we had the final case. It's called, and it was published in some law journal, though I never saw it. It's called Cross-Examination. No extra charge, Your Honor, for an astral analysis of restitutional weights of vehicular manslaughters from point of impact to point of rest, together, for all to judge, Your Honor, in realms of calculated risk, tilting our G4 seats towards Delta 5. And are you experienced? Well, I am, at the speed of 5 miles per hour or less. Yeah, and the last one is for my dear beloved friend and ex-girlfriend and the soulmate Joey Cook. This is something that I wrote after pretty much right after I met her. During the first few day or weeks or whatever it is we were together. It's called Poem for Joey. It says, we met breathing poisons of the night under a babar mood, passion's heat drinking us under the table. Soon psilocybin took over the wheel, driving us down roads illuminated by Buddha's essence. Running stop signs of lust, we endured many movement violations. Traversing many dark storms, we jumped into the purple fields of anxious springtime. You condition yourself strong, knowing human frailty is a switchblade in your pocket with a sensitive trigger. Your restless beauty instills fear into media-cloning gender-specific establishments bent on molding the American silly putty. Our secret whistlings are only decoded by drifting cats preyed on people who spit at the ocean. Our loving agenda has survived the test of time and travel via Alaska Airlines and escorting Fords. Our souls have learned the fine art of bonding, even in crushing the fragile shells of monogamy. The moments we live for leave others yearning to keep time.
Have I got your attention? That's good. Because it's a new year, you gotta wake up and smell the coffee. It's all out there, Dale. Brand new horizon. I can see it from here to there, all the way across El Salvador, through the Hemingways to the top of the hedges, the eaves, the lentils, the fretwork, the dizzying filigree of the mental mindscape, which envelops the vaginal openings that are obfuscating every realm where we breathe. Yes, this and more are suffocating the Dymaxium chronophile of each invoked moment. Each breath of translingual obsequity, the obsequiousness, the little children growing into the world each second. And there should be something new for 2013. There should be, and oh God, that there would. Would there be Baraki, Obabi, Omami, Otami, Osaki, Oflami, oh fuck it. Not until we take our matters into our own hands. That would cause a change of a metastasis of the metamorphosis of language into something that worked. In the meantime, I'll read a few poems. Gerald, I'll fix that. I have insurance. I'm a carpenter. You never know what can happen in these events. I'll just fix it. It's got water in it. Could do that because I came from the Lenny Bruce School of Poetics at New College. You can check your dick at the door. This microphone sucks. Although if you can't laugh, you're just as good as dead.
Yeah.
But boy, I know that. This is a little poem, it's a little ditty called Beautiful Morning. Sitting reading Wallace Stevens on the can, nothing better. I'm the latest freed man. I can't believe it's not Witter Binner. I mean butter. Oh, there it goes again, dropping names, and my stomach is a season in hell. Richard, with a big flush and a rush of I ams. Not the cat food type. They told me I could have as long as I want. Right, Daryl? Daryl said, you go up there and just take as long as you want. Of course, that's obfuscation and imputation of some sort of subterfuge because he didn't say anything like that. But in a world of duplicity, we can say what we like. And right becomes wrong and wrong becomes right. Eviction becomes prediction, and everyone is homeless. What the hell does that mean? My wife, God bless her, she's very fond of George Petrie. Petri Jude. And he has a short poem here in his book Eternal Morning. Pretty sure this fella drank himself to death. Too. Like many of us did last night. I, however, was not one of those folks. It's called Morning Coffee. I like the cold rooms of autumn, sitting early in the morning at an open window, or on the roof, dressing gown drawn close, the valley and the morning coffee glowing, this cooling, that warming. Red and yellow multiply, but the green wanes, and into the mud the leaves fall in heaps. The devalued currency of summer, so much of it, so worthless. Gradually, the sky's downy gray turns blue. The slight chill dies down. The tide of day comes rolling in waves, gigantic, patient, barreling. I can start to carry on. I give myself up to an impersonal imperative. I have just a few more subtle, nuanced things. Very subtle. This one, I made a fellow made a broadside, put it in. It's called Spit or Swallow. And just take your choice, whichever you prefer. Martin, spit, Charles, swallow, spit, swallow. They're kinds of birds, like a bird that spit, swallows, and cranes. I was in the Ukraine, and they had a lot of cranes there in Kiev with my friend Vlad. And then we went to the Yalta. I went to Alupka, of the great thing, and so it was. This poem is called Fancy Feast. This is new as to the season of the year. And as Daryl said, there ought to be a time to celebrate the rebirth of things. So I haven't given up writing or drawing, which preceded any of my spastic, mutated masturbatory mouth antics. So I draw a lot. You see there's a picture of San Carlos Street. And so Ziziva is actually going to publish, they said, and this is for Ziziva. It's called Fancy Feast.
Fancy Feast.
Miraculously, deliciously, it's an ear-to-the-wall kind of thing. Rods and cones, ever so effortlessly working succulent sibilants and tender buttons, overflowing with rich green meaning like fig trees in the garden of eternal nothing. And nothing feeds our starving souls like nothing. Bittersweet it tastes like everything. As long as it lasts. Like candy lozenges and sweet pastilles whispering sweet nothings into our gasping hearts, terrified and elated. The stars scribble on our eyes the frosty sagas, the gleaming cantos of unvanquished space. Hart Crane croons from the footer of an email sent by Jose, an emoticon tacked on to an invitation for a reading of a poetry already gone by, back to nothing. My epitaph, Sufferin's succotash, a fancy way of saying I loved you once for no other reason, nothing more distant or remote from truth, which now speaks through eons, all by itself, through people who bloom and blossom once and never again.